Hello everyone, it is week 14B of our 2026 CSA season. I am Stephanie, your CSA coach, and we are actually going to jump right into this week's share, which is a bounty of color. Lots of great stuff in our shares this week. Cantaloupe are back. Cantaloupe is stored in the fridge. Once you're ready to use it, slice it in half, scoop out those seeds, slice it up and eat it that way, cube it. Really good recipe I created this year was the cantaloupe popsicles. They are really tasty if you're trying something different, plus it helps beat the heat that we're going through right now. Also a fun treat for the end of summer. So try those if you haven't tried those. That's our cantaloupe. It also pairs really well with like cottage cheese yogurt. You could do a granola bowl. It's just great as a side. They're so super sweet and tasty. Definitely want to use this within the next week to get the best flavor of it. We also have watermelon. You got to choose from yellow or red, and I actually think there was a yellow seeded watermelon also. Watermelon is also stored in the fridge. Our red ones, the red watermelons seem to be a little bit larger than the yellow. This is the yellow, but store it in the fridge. Once you're ready to use it, slice it, chop it up, cube it, and just eat it as a side. Again, any of our fruits are really good with like a cottage cheese, also great as a side. We put it in our kids' lunches. So my youngest son loves watermelon, and we chop this up and he takes it for lunch for work. Working on a recipe with watermelon, but there are a lot of recipes on the website that were also tagged in this week's email that came out yesterday. So take a look at that. There's watermelon poke bowls, there's I think I have watermelon popsicles, a watermelon limeade. I think there's a watermelon margarita. So lots of different recipes for watermelon if you're looking for something different, but stored in the fridge. We have cucumbers. Cucumbers are stored in the crisper drawer of our fridge. Super easy to use. You can peel them or leave the skin on. They're great in cucumber salad. They're great just in a salad. Great just sliced up and served as a snack. You can slice them into rounds and then top them with like a tuna salad, egg salad, chicken salad. That's a great option. Pretty sure I'm working on a recipe that might involve cucumbers also, so stay tuned for that. But there are definitely, I know there's a cucumber salad recipe, there's quick fridge pickles, so there's options on the website as well. We got to pick beans, 2 options. These are our Romano beans. Those were super easy picking. The plants are filled, plus they're nice and large. There's also green beans. So your option, like they're both of the fields are open. Make sure you're going to the fields that are marked with the red flags. It's very clearly marked. Some of the fields are muddy, so bring proper footwear. Our Romano beans are a little bit larger, really tasty raw. Green beans, same thing. Stored in the fridge. I will leave them just like this, basically. Once I'm ready to use them, I'll clean them up. They're great steamed. They're great roasted. You can throw them into your grill packets. What else? We love them raw. So we love just cleaning them up and eating them as a snack. We also got to pick shishitos. Shishitos, on the plants, you'll see that some of them are like turning red. Some of them are bright red. Does not matter. They still taste the same. They don't have to be green. They just have to be on the plant. But super easy picking. Again, stored in the fridge just like this or in a Ziploc bag. You can freeze them and use them in soups and stews and things like that over the winter. I did a post on freezing peppers on Friday. They are great grilled. They're great roasted. My favorite way to eat shishitos is blistered. So on the stovetop, nice hot heat, and a quick blister. And they're really good like that. You can also pickle them. So there's recipes for shishitos on the website. We have spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash is stored in a cool, dry place. Once you're ready to use it, you can cook it whole. You can slice it into rounds and cook it that way. There's definitely a recipe on the website for that. You can slice it in half and cook it that way. Once cooked, you basically take a fork and you take the pulp out. It kind of shreds into like a spaghetti-like texture. You can use it as a base for a pasta sauce. You can just season it with like herbs and garlic. There is a recipe for that on the website as well. But lots of options there. It's great as a side or great as a base to a larger meal. But stored, it will last, stored in a cool, dry place. We have dandelion greens. Dandelion greens are stored in your fridge, typically in a Deb & Meyer green bag. Once you're ready to use them, they're beautiful. Rinse them off, clean them up, chop them. They are used raw. You can eat them raw as a salad base. They are a little bit bitter. You can dunk them in a cold ice bath, and it will help that bitterness a little bit. Or you can just do a quick saute with onions and garlic on the stovetop and use them as a side. There's definitely a recipe for dandelion greens on the website, and I'm debating a couple of options for the upcoming recipes for the next few weeks. We have parsley. Parsley is stored in a jar of water in your fridge, or if you have like an herb saver, throw it in your herb saver. But I like to store it in a glass of water right in my fridge. Parsley is fantastic in salad dressings. It's great as a garnish. It's really, really good for you, so it's really great to add to smoothies. Basically, you can dry it. You can throw it in the dehydrator, dry it, crumble it up, refill your parsley jars. It's great in soups. It's great, I think I said salad dressings. It would pair really well with our potatoes this week. So we have satina potatoes. They are stored in a cool, dry place away from our onions and garlic. Once you're ready to use them, scrub them. You do not need to peel them. You can if you want. I tend to not peel things unless I really have to. But then you can boil them. You can roast them. You can grill them. You can slice them up and use them in different recipes. So I know I have a potato crusted quiche on the website. I have grill packets that use potatoes. I have like a potato and summer squash, I don't remember what I call them, bites maybe. That's on the website. So lots and lots of different recipes on the website for potatoes. If you're just wanting to try something different, try any of those. Speaking of summer squash, that is back, stored in our crisper drawer of our fridge. Once you're ready to use it, just wash it off. You can thinly slice it and add it to our salads. You can shred it and use it in baked goods. You can shred it and freeze it, so that's a good way to preserve it. We like to cut it long ways and grill it. You can put it into stir fries. You can put it into grill packets. You can put it into sheet pan veggie meals. We have tomatoes. Tomatoes are stored on the counter. Once you're ready to use them, just rinse them off, slice them up. They are great for like just a simple tomato salad. We have the torpedo onions, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of oil and vinegar. Sliced on sandwiches. You can just do tomato sandwiches or use them as like a garnish for like a cold cut sandwich or a chicken salad sandwich. Great on a grilled cheese. If you like grilled cheese, put a slice of fresh tomato on there also. What else? BLTs. They're great just sliced up and sprinkle a little salt on them. Caprese salad. Also possibly working on a recipe with those in the upcoming weeks, so stay tuned. Hot peppers, we got to pick 3, all the varieties. I think there were like 5 of them are labeled on the pickup table. Stored in the crisper drawer of our fridge. Basically, we're using hot peppers to add heat to any dish. Keep the membranes and the seeds in, and you will get more heat. Remove those before chopping them up and adding them to whatever dish you're using, and it will be less heat. My hot pepper honey is one of my favorite recipes that I've created. I love that recipe. I just officially used my last of it this week. So I will likely make that this week so that I have a stock of the hot pepper honey. Great in chilies. Great to add spice to like a pico de gallo or a guacamole or anything like that. You have torpedo onions. They look like this. They're stored in the fridge. They do not have a protective covering on the outside. Clean them up, chop them up. They're great with our potatoes. They're great with our tomatoes. They're great on a sheet pan meal. You could do, next up is the peppers, so you could do a sheet pan fajita meal, but basically adding oniony flavor to any dish. And last but not least, we have our sweet peppers and our yellow bells. They are all stored in the crisper drawer of the fridge. Once you're ready to use them, they can be eaten raw, which is delicious, added to salads, just simply used as a snack, or they can be chopped up and used in stir fries, grilled packets, roasted sheet pan meals. You can also freeze these. So that was part of my post on Friday. I was talking about freezing peppers. I do it every year, especially once we get into a lot of peppers all at once. Super easy. You wash them off, chop them up, put them on a sheet pan, throw them in your freezer. Once they're nice and frozen, you take them and collect them off your sheet pan, and then you throw them into a Ziploc bag or some sort of bag to preserve them. But they're great in soups, in chilies, and you can actually freeze them in packages so that they're ready to go for the sheet pan chicken fajita meals also. That is it, I believe. Yes, I covered everything. We also got to pick from the herb gardens, and we got to pick fresh flowers as well. So enjoy those. If there are any questions, please make sure you are tagging me just so I see the posts. Sometimes Facebook is a little funny and posts get hidden. I don't know why, but they do, and we miss them. Stay tuned for recipe on Thursday. Take a look at what you have from previous weeks. Make a note of what you need to use up, and then I'd probably focus on the dandelion greens, make a plan for them since those are only green this week, and then go through your other stuff as well. I will see you guys all again next week.